And then there is stage 4 alcohol use disorder, and this is not a stage that I would wish upon any human being, because it is more horrible than I think most people could even understand. This is a situation where your life completely is consumed by alcohol. It's regulated by alcohol, and you're surviving because you're able to still get alcohol into your body somehow. You spend your time finding it, drinking it, and recovering from it. This is the entire basis of your life. There's not a whole lot of purpose in most cases. Unfortunately, at this point, most of the people in your life have long since deserted you, your friends. Nobody really wants to be around someone who's such an active alcoholic when it's really consumed that person. Most of the people you're going to be around will be other alcoholics. You know, you may tend to go to a bar or something. The only reason why you're not homeless, if you are homeless, that would be understandable, is because you're still under the good graces of someone in your life who's allowed you to stay where you live. You know, could be a spouse, could be children. Someone's taking care of you, or maybe you have, some kind of insurance. You've reached an age where you might have Medicare or Medi-Cal. Someone other than yourself has become responsible for you. Very, very few people are functioning in any capacity in stage 4. And the horrible thing about stage 4 alcoholism, not just for the alcoholic, but for anybody that really cared for that person at some point in their life, is that it's become such a dismal situation. It's become such a one failure after another, and it becomes a series of toxic, drama-filled occasions, one after the other, because of the alcohol. And there's not a lot of rationality, and I think to a large degree, a person is really mentally ill at this point. You will be chemically, emotionally, physically dependent on alcohol. You will be in absolute denial, and you will probably, a person, even if you recognize that you have an issue and it's killing you, that's arbitrary, because you're going to continue to drink anyways. I mean, I've known stage 4 alcoholics who've had their legs amputated because they have diabetes, and they still continue to drink, and their time is limited. I know people that they have cancer, they have lung cancer, their heart they have heart issues, and they still drink. Nothing is going to stop them. They may even have strokes or heart attacks, and they still drink. They have cirrhosis of the liver, and nothing is stopping them. Horrible place to be, and it's so painful for anybody around them that most people really just can't tolerate it, unfortunately. And then there's the obvious just health reasons. I mean, it's going to affect, at this point, obviously your liver, your kidneys, your pancreas, your heart, your esophagus. You're burning that out. It's going to infect your intestinal tract, your skin. It's going to be dried out. And then, Wernicke-Korsakoff, your brain will have early dementia if you've been drinking for 20 or 30 years, because your nutritional intake has been atrocious for years. And it's just, including your eyes. I mean, just the physicality of your body is just going to shut down. You're just going to have so many issues and so many problems. And unfortunately, for most people, they are not repairable. You may even, at this point, if you do get into that 0 to 5% and escape stage 4, well, there's probably so much physical damage to your body that you're already going to be have an early death because of it. You've just crossed the line for so long, for so many years. The sad part about it is that the people in your life will have long since, parted ways with you. Could even be children. You just can't be around that kind of toxicity and drama and blatant insanity, because this is a road to madness. And really, in this stage, a lot of people are homeless. I mean, this is part of the homeless population. The drugs and alcohol has just taken over their lives, and that's just who they've become. If you are living anywhere, it's probably underneath the care of somebody else. Either you have Medicare or Medi-Cal in the United States. Some kind of state funding is funding your where you live. Or maybe, you had enough put away by some miracle, but that's not the norm. Or, family members just taking care of you, children are taking care of you, or you have a spouse who's just has just taken care of you really for self-preservation, so that they don't have to divide their assets. But you really live separate lives. And this is really kind of my situation with my wife, which was, not a situation I would recommend for anybody. So I really speak about stage 4 as being as bleak as it possibly can, because in a lot of situations it's even worse than that. When you've been incarcerated, maybe you got a DUI, you got behind the wheel of a car and you killed somebody, an innocent person, children maybe. And these are possibilities at this stage, because you're not a mentally stable human being. It's just so sad. I can't express that enough. So the whole point of this is prevention. And hopefully somebody watching this will realize this is not a road I want to go down. And if you find yourself headed in that direction, well, there's so many tools available. I mean, there's a lot more than just group therapy, AA, Smart Recovery, Life Ring, Women for Sobriety. There's local outfits, local outpatient facilities. There's naltrexone, antabuse. There's blockers. There's so many tools. And there's people like me. I mean, you can set up a call with me. I help thousands of alcoholics and their families. Go to the link tree, and then you go to a Calendly meeting. It's about a 45-minute to an hour call. We do a deep dive. I want to know what's going on with you and your family, and we bring it all together. And again, please like, share, and comment. We also have the Facebook group called There's an Alcoholic in the Family. Thanks again for listening.